I am not a walleye guy either, so this isn't that cool, but it's
This
a nice
isn't
fish.
that cool.
Yeah.
Take me out on the water, way out in the woods, where the breathing is easy, the living is good. Out in the great outdoors.
Larry Smith Outdoors is brought to you by Warrior Boats, Vortex, Tub Hotels, Leroy's Meats, Bartline Barrels, Magic Products, Power Sports Company, Mike's Country Meats, Baronet Blinds, Drexel Building Supply, Eskimo and the MRD Group.
Out in the great outdoors.
Hey everybody, we decided to take a little ride up to the UP and do some fishing, but as we're up here, we wanted to come in and check out what our good friend Pat Magalano had going here at Meg's Custom Rods. Hey Pat, how's it going today?
Good, how you doing?
I'll tell you what, you even got Dustin here and you got Jim from Accurate Archery. I didn't even know he was still working.
Yeah, Jim is the man of many talents, and it's been awesome to have him here for the last week.
That's awesome. Hey, I'll tell you what, Pat, you know, over the years, I just cannot get over how you've expanded your business. And obviously, you know what, there's a lot of rod builders out there, and there's a lot of great rods out there, but you're doing something different because I'll tell you, everybody is talking about Meg's Custom Rods. And, you know, we've been using them on the show for the last couple of years, and we love the rods, no doubt about that, and we love the support. But what is going on here? What is making you guys really explode on your rod making?
I just think that we're just doing different stuff. Like our rods are, the performance-wise, they're top-notch, but if you can add a little of your favorite colors and just the looks of them and the loud colors and pretty much any option you could possibly want, we can do it. And we're just, our quality is, the bigger we get, our quality is staying the same, and we're just working super hard. And to me, it's like a dream. Like, it's so easy to work super hard if you love what you do.
Right.
And I've just been grinding every day.
I heard you've been in, I thought maybe you were BSing me a little bit when you said you were in here 16, 18 hours a day, but Jim has been up here helping you out at home, do some stuff there, and he says that you have been here that much, right?
Every day.
Hey Pat, let's take everybody through the shop, and we're going to show you guys exactly what Pat's got going on. Hang on, you guys, let's take a run.
Yeah, so in here we do all of our epoxy work. We just set up a new station there, so we usually have 2 guys epoxying. Jordan pretty much does a little bit of everything, so he's epoxying right now. So right now we're doing a big mix of ice rods, steelhead rods, some walleye stuff. Jordan's putting on first coats right now, so we put a first coat of epoxy on, let it spin, and then the next day we'll put a second coat on and let it cure for about 12 to 24 hours. And then usually we put 2 coats on, sometimes 3 if they need it. In this room here, we do all of our tying. We pretty much have to have more tires. Like we have 2 handle guys, and usually about 5 tires can keep up with 2 handle guys. Grind every guide down, so you're gonna get a better finish, a better transition from thread to eye. And it's a lot of extra work that a lot of companies won't do, but every single eye that goes on an ice rod, it gets ground. And it takes a lot of time, but I just think it looks better, and you know, we try to do everything top notch. This is our table. We have all of our guide spacings on all of our different rods and actions, and we get them all marked out. It's nice to get a good amount, you know, 20 of them marked out, so you don't have to get up and down. You just kind of stay and tie. We pretty much have any color options for thread. She's gluing the eyes on right here. So you just put a tiny little dab of glue and get your eyes where they want to go. And you know, you can pretty much customize your rod from top to bottom, do pretty much anything. And if you don't see it on the site, we can still do it. You just have to call. I like to have every tire have their own racks, just because if I see any like imperfection or any like small details that need to be fixed, I know who to talk to. I've been doing a lot of epoxy. Jordan's been doing it. Corey's been doing it. And we give them the last little touch up. Once they pass the quality check, they get sent out the door.
Empty racks.
Empty
That's
racks.
Pretty good sign right there, huh?
Yes, sir.
Working hard, huh?
He's on break right now, but he's usually a pretty good help.
A quality controller.
Yeah, he's sleeping, so we might have to.
You're right. Well, you've been working him for 18 hours. I think that he deserves to take a little bit of a break.
Yep.
We are going to go do some fishing tomorrow morning, and let's bring Dustin over here and talk to Dustin a little bit. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Dustin, I'll tell you what. You're ice guiding now, and let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we're going to be going out off Gladstone. We're going to try to get on some big walleye, hopefully some eaters. Try out some of the bite me tip up boxes and
some of the Meg's custom rods for sure.
Meg's custom rods, and
Right.
we're gonna see if we can get some topside.
Hey, I'll tell you, when I come up and I'm fishing bait and knock, I know you can get numbers of fish at numbers of walleyes sometimes, but I'm coming up here and I'm waiting to get that 2 to 3 bites a day, and I'm looking for a big fish. You want to catch fish to eat and numbers of fish, you go to Winnebago, you go to Lower Green Bay, stuff like that. But up here, you can get that, but big fish is what it's all about.
We're after the big fish, and there's days where you can still pick up your limited eaters, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just being at the right spot at the right time and
Going from there.
going from there.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to it tomorrow morning. Pat, we'll see you. This guy is always lucky, no matter what we do.
I'd rather be lucky than skilled, right?
I guess that's the name of the game. Hey, everybody, hang on to your heinies. We got a lot more to come. Stinker approves of the bait. Yeah, what are you thinking? There she comes with more. Oh. Whenever you come into a shop, I always like to take Stinker over to the bait selection because, you know what, he's not coming out on the lake today. He was out yesterday. But he's gonna pick out his favorite lure. Hey, look at there! Oh, look at there! He always goes to the moonshine lures. I don't know why. What? This one right here? This one right here. He's actually thinking I should get 2. Oh. Stinker says right away in the morning, go to that glow, heavy duty glow, and then switch after it gets light about an hour and a half, right? What's that? I got you. Okay, we're good.
I think these are a great option. So like you said, pink and purple are huge colors on the bay right now. So I would definitely say the 2 that you chose here will work just fine.
Hey, I'll tell you what, this one's having a little stinker. He does stink you up a little bit. All right, we got great local information. We're gonna go out on the bay, bait and knock here, and you know what we're looking for today is basically just a couple of really big fish. 3-4 years ago, I got the biggest walleye I ever got in my life through the ice, and it was, 13.6, so that's a big fish. Hopefully today I can beat it or get close to it.
Well, it is brutal out today. These are the days that a heated tip-up that won't give you any wind trips can end up paying big dividends. Like I said, you can't always pick the weather that you can go fish or you go on vacation somewhere. Mother Nature's going to give you what it gives you. So again, no wind trips. We got them big sucker minnows on there. We got a lot of current today, so we're loading these up with split shots, which we normally don't do unless we have to, because we don't want them to feel any drag. But in this case, we want to get those sucker minnows down close to the bottom, so we're going to load them up with those split shots and get them in that kill zone.
That helps seal it in, keeps that heat in there from the charcoal, It also keeps the box from blowing around or moving or anything like that. So it's really windy today. Definitely a day you want to get the charcoal going, and as well as not have any wind trips. Even on a day like this, we're going to be able to set these tip-ups as light as possible, and super light. Like we can catch crappies on a day like this, no problem with this crank and side wind. So, yep, that's what we do. We pack them in tight, and then they're good for the rest of the day.
Hey, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Hey, I'll tell you, I use a lot of heaters, obviously, in all my big permanent shelters and in my Eskimo shelters. And, the big thing is, when you're using these heaters, is to make sure you guys bleed the line. So I got my propane tank on, and what I typically do, because I always have my safety picks on me, so what I'll do is I'll just bleed that line out just a couple seconds to get that gas going through that line. Otherwise, it's hard on the igniters on these heaters. You want them to last a long time. Some of these heaters I have now are probably, a good 10 years old, and I use them hard. So basically, that's what I like to do. There you go. Just that easy. Make sure you guys bleed your lines for sure. This week's tip of the week, again, brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. I'm always going to start off early in the morning with anything that glows. Just makes more sense. I want that fish to be able to obviously to see that bait, and going with anything that glows. And I love the moonshine lures just because I think they're some of the best glow baits there is. I don't know what Tom does over there, but he does something magical. A lot of times you'll get them to come up off the bottom and come racing at that bait. Just don't ever let them analyze that bait. That's the key to it. If you're going to pause it, make sure your pauses are only like a split second. Again, you have to have that mindset that I'm not out here to catch numbers. I'm not looking for fish to eat. I'm looking for a big fish. Hey, guess who's here today fishing with us? Look who we got here. Jim from Accurate Archery. What are you doing here, Minnesota boy?
I'm checking out the ice for you guys, make sure it's safe.
Yeah, right. Well, it looks like you got enough stuff on that you probably would float.
These are all float toots I got on.
Are they? Well, that's a good thing.
Right?
Right?
I don't trust this stuff.
Yeah. Why are your glasses all fogged up, dude?
I think I'm sweating.
You don't need to wear all them clothes right away, do you?
I know. I did not, but they all float.
That's good.
All right, we got one up. Oh, look how nice that is in there. Coals are rolling, sweat on the box. Let's see what we got. We're running some smaller sucker minnows here, a lot of current. Oh yeah, we're hooked up. Doesn't feel real big. And now he's got a little head thump to him. Gotta take her easy. We got that real light line on there, and there's definitely could be some big fish in here. Oh yeah, he's a good one. Not a giant, but he had that wrapped around his fin, so he felt a little bigger. Take that. Nice little eater. Nice colors on that fish too.
Nice fish, nice walleye. I seen a nice fish. Just keep your eye can't. Oh, just when he's close, you just gotta wait. There we go, dinner. Nice fish. That'll eat. Came in kind of slow at first. Took a nice look at that purple jig that Dad had down there, and I got the clown slab wrap on.
Boy, I tell you, when it comes to ice fishing, you're always dealing with so many different conditions. And today we have a huge storm coming in. We got heavy wind. So on the flip side of it, you think, what would a camera guy say on a day like today as far as the issues of everything fogging up on you? You got sleet and snow in your lens all the time. Your camera guy falls in a hole. Yeah, I'd like to hear his opinion on what he'd have to say for today. Hey, dude, why don't you give me the camera and I'll interview you?
Why?
But that is, you got to think about this. We film 52 new shows a year and of hunting and fishing, and we film a lot of other stuff on the side just strictly for social media and YouTube. Is that you you know, you just have to adapt to the conditions that you're dealt with for the day. And, you know, today obviously, you know, is a typical winter day where you have high winds, a lot of snow, and you're ice fishing. So adapt.
All right, if you're wondering why we're out here, because we can. We've got the whole lake to ourselves. Alrighty, we got something going here. It's nasty. Look at there, that reel's turning. We got the charcoal burning in there. Everything's nice inside of there. Alright, let's see what we got. Doesn't feel like a giant, but they're all good ones. Got a little bit of weight now. I think we got another one up over there too. Close here. There's our leader. Oh, nice little leader. There. Everybody else is sitting home on the couch, enjoying the storm, and we're catching your fish.
I guide pretty much over 300 days a year, and the people that I bring into my boat aren't just customers and friends, they're actually family. And I always try to keep these people as comfortable as I can and safe, and I cannot think of a better product than a Warrior boat. Why is their customer service so good? Because they know that you're part of their family. Come join the Warrior family.
Hey, shotgun in the kitchen here, Leroy lunch time. And guess what I'm making? Parmesan, like a Italian, but I'm using onion garlic brats. I love these better at Leroy's. I'm gonna show you guys with peppers and onions and a little sauce, and they're super soft brat buns. They're like hoagie buns. Take your knife, right down the casing. Rip that casing off. So what I'm gonna do now is push it together, mix it up a little bit. So hopefully it fits better into the broad bun, more like a patty. I mean, I'm sure you can buy them like that, but I like doing it this way. It's more fun. If you got kids along, man, let the kids help you out. The same pepper is gonna take a little longer than the onions to cook. So you wanna get them in there first. It's up to you how much you put in there. I don't put a lot of pepper in. It seems to like overwhelm the recipe a little bit, but if you like them, chuck them in there. What's it gonna hurt? You can always take them out. Folks, I'll give you a little hint on cutting an onion up too. If you're a little nervous cutting them, make a little slits like that, take the skin off them. Take your onion, chop it about a third. Now you got a certain, now it sits flat. You can hold it a lot better. Put your fingers like this. Hold your knife way back like this. See how it doesn't move? It's sitting still. It's the way I learned from Gordon Ramsay how to chop them up like that. You can see how my onions are turning colors. That's what you want. They're caramelizing right now. Another thing too, you're gonna make a sandwich. Go out and get some good stuff to make it in. Some good bread. All right, sauce going in. Not gonna take much. Italian sausage, hoagie, Leroy lunchtime. Shotgun in the kitchen. Let me see what this tastes like.
Okay, it is brutal out here. We're fishing in some current and the current changed. It was going one direction, now it's slowed way down, and now it's slowly starting to pick up the other way. So rather than leaving a line out the way we did, we raised them up about a foot and then we just popped 2 flags. You're always better if you're unsure to fish a little higher, especially for walleyes, because they'll definitely come up for it. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, we're hooked up. feels like what we've been getting, you know, some good eaters. This one might even be a little bit smaller, but you never know. You know, you're fighting them in the current, so it can be deceiving too. You know, one thing, it feels good inside that box. Out of the wind and the cold is going. There he is. Might be a fuzz short, but always fun catching him.
There he is. Ooh, that one feels really good. Feels heavy. Using a 36-inch mags medium, extra fast tip. Designed for shiver minnows is what I'm using.
Let's see this thing.
Oh, he feels big for a walleye. You see him? Oh,
Freaking beautiful.
keep the line. Holy cow, he's great.
He's like, I don't think
Whoa!
That's a good one.
What I'm talking about, Pat. Nicely done.
8.53. If that was a Laker, she would have ripped some drag, boys.
yeah, nice job, Pat.
Today I'm using a number 9 shiver minnow, 36-inch mags medium. So we have a medium and a mags medium. I like a little bit longer. We do have 40 as well, but it's an extra fast rod and it has a lot of backbone. So it's designed for snap jigging these really big baits, you know, 1 ounce, 7/8. So yeah, got the job done. It's been a little bit of a slow morning, but that's my first bite. So it's about a 9-pounder. I'll take that.
Nice bite. Bye-bye, beauty.
See you next year.
Wow.
Hey everybody, I'll tell you what, congratulations to Pat from Meg's Custom Rods. What an awesome fish that he got this morning. You know, I had a couple of big ones on. I thought for sure that I was gonna redeem myself, but every time that we fish with Pat, he always ends up with the most fish and the biggest fish. I'm not sure why, but hey, it happens. Hey, we want to thank all of our military men and women for the great service that they continue to give us and have given us, along with all of our firefighters, paramedics, and no doubt, all of our law enforcement agents. Remember, it is a great day to be alive, and the best part is, yes, the best part is, we're gonna see you guys and gals again next week, and thanks for joining us.
Oh, Flincher! You ready to get out of here, boy? Yep. That's a close-up, eh? No.
Dumped her. Dirty! Ah, you horse. Son of a beep, mother beep, and son of a beep, beep, beep.
I drilled that hole.
Yeah, that was supposed to be my hole.
I'm taking credit. I drilled a hole.